Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to put a cam on the axle handle. So we're going to use constraints just like before, but we're going to do a couple constraints in a way that we haven't used them before, and we're going to add one new constraint that we haven't used yet. So we're going to do a mate first, so we're going to mate the axis of our snail to the axis of the handle and hit apply, and we can see that it's on there and we can move it around, but it's not linked to the handle just yet. So what we want to do is we want to put our cam right in the middle. So we can actually use a mate constraint. So if we mate the surface of the cam to this side, obviously it's going to be right at the side there, which is not where we want it. We want it over here. But you just saw that I changed the number here. That's called an offset. So what I can do is I can measure, so I can inspect the distance from here to there. It's 3.9 inches. So if I set it to 3.9, then the left half of the cam will be right there, and I don't want that. So it's going to be a little bit less than 3.9, so we're going to try something like 3.8 and see how that works out. So I can go to that mate constraint that I just made, and at the bottom you can change the number. So we're going to try 3.8, and that looks to be right in the center. So 3.8 is good, I think. So we'll leave that one. So now it's on the axle, it's in the right spot, but it doesn't spin with the handle. So for the snail cam, this one is easy. We can just do a mate constraint to mate this surface with the plane of the axle handle. So if you click the plane, then it will mate them together. And we hit apply, and sometimes this one's a little finicky, but it usually works. So okay, so now they are linked. I'm going to show you a trick though, because the some of the other ones, actually all of the other ones, don't have a nice flat surface like the snail cam does in order to do that. So if you click on the snail cam and go to the origin, you can select the YZ plane, or whichever plane it is. I'm sure it's the YZ for the rest of them. You're going to make it visible, and then from there you can just select the plane that you just made visible and mate it to the plane of the axis handle. So you can use that constraint for the rest of them. So there's one last constraint that we have to do, and we want the follower, or sometimes I call it the rocker, but we want the follower to follow the edge of the snail cam. So we're going to do one more constraint, and we're going to use one that we've never used before called the transitional. So that's the third tab over, and then what we're going to do is click on the surface of our follower and the edge of the snail cam and hit apply. And now they will should follow each other around. Sometimes this one is also tricky, but if we move our, yep, see, that one glitched. This one's been glitching on me, so sometimes you just have to do it a few times. So let's try that one again. So do constrain, transition. We're going to transition the surface to the surface, hit apply, and let's okay, that seems to be working now. Okay, so now when we spin the handle, we can it'll follow the rocker around, or follow the cam. So what I want you to do is try to do with all 4 cams. So once you get one, you can either save the whole assembly, or you can just delete out the cam and try a different one, whichever you'd rather do. But if you get done with that, your Automata box may have multiple follower arms and multiple cams. It probably should have more than one. So what you can do is you can edit parts. So if we collapse all, we may want to, let's see. So here's the box. So you can go back and edit the box, and you can add another hole, and then you can import another follower arm and import another guide, and have 2 cams and 2 follower arms. So if you're done with everything early, that's your challenge, is to add another follower arm and another cam, so having multiple in one box. Okay, so good luck.